Howdy there, and thanks for clicking on this video. I'm not going to talk too much because you're here to watch DanDaDan review thing, right? DanDaDan has to be one of the best animes I've watched this year alone, or I should say period. It's amazing. I love it so much. And because I love it so much, I'm going to break down why I love it so much into a few reasons for you. Starting with number one. Number one, Turbo Granny. She's a cat. She's cute. And she has the most witty one-liners imaginable. Not only that, but her backstory, without going too much into spoiler territory, is amazing. I think it's really sweet that she decides to, just save young girls. I honestly think that everyone sleeps on Turbo Granny. Or maybe they don't, because the show is wildly popular. Reason number two, Okaroon and Momo. I guess I could just say the human characters in general. They're all very well written, and I think that how everyone treats Okaroon is very sweet, and in a way, it heals my inner child. I was someone who grew up very nerdy, and in school I didn't have a lot of friends, so I would fill the empty time with reading my magazines about occult stuff or reading manga in class. Overall, I guess in some weird way, I just really relate to Okaroon. He's really cute. I like him a lot. And I also appreciate how Momo treats him. When I first started the anime, I was expecting Momo to be more like Ira in that sense. But no. She's super sweet. I love Momo so much. The other characters as well. Ira, she's also great. I don't know, it's just really hard to say because all the characters are really, really well written. This includes the yokai and aliens as well. They're great. Even the more one-off characters that are just slapstick, basically, even they're really well written and I like them a lot. My favorite occult characters so far have to be the Nessie-like creature, the gigantic whale thing, and that mantis shrimp guy. He's super cool. I like him a lot. Also, just butting in real quick to apologize. I have a very strong southern accent. I know, it might be a bit hard to listen to. My apologies. I'm so sorry. The reason number three, the opening slaps. All of the openings slap. All of the outro songs slap. Reason four. Actually, I have to explain this one a little bit more in detail. So, this should be pretty obvious, I am a weeaboo, or I guess an otaku. But I call myself a weeaboo because it's funny to self-deprecate sometimes. Self-depreciate. Wait. Huh? Anyways. And I grew up using anime, manga, and I guess Japanese culture as kind of my escape from the harsh reality. So, I naturally watched a lot of shonen. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. I was a big Toonami fan. I absolutely adored Toonami. And I would pretend to be asleep a lot of the time just to watch Toonami. And I was pretty sad and quite frankly depressed when our cable television went away and I couldn't watch Toonami anymore. No more Bobobo, I guess. I bring this up so I can give you a more accurate idea of the kinds of anime I watched. I watched a lot of anime, not just shonen, but I've seen a lot of shonen. And over time, the more shonen you watch, you start to get bored if the shonen just follows a very linear path and just kind of does the exact same thing over and over again. So when I watched DanDaDan, I was excited because DanDaDan kind of had this dual protagonist set up with Momo and Okaroon, and it just kind of breathed a new life into a genre of anime that I was getting tired of. And for that, I have to thank the DanDaDan. Thank you, DanDaDan. So basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I love the DanDaDan because everything about it is great. And when you love something, you can criticize it. I don't really think this is a criticism because I don't have any criticisms with DanDaDan at all. I can't think of anything I don't like. However, there are pretty common anime tropes sprinkled throughout. I am not bothered by these anime tropes. I am someone who finds a lot of anime tropes to be quite endearing. So, when I see them, I don't think they're weird in any way, shape, or form. But, however, the anime scene, I guess just the otaku scene, weeaboo scene, whichever you want to call it, has changed drastically in the past few years. I want to say 2020 and onwards. A lot of new anime fans find some anime tropes or things to be very strange or weird, and I'm not here to criticize you for that. An anime is not bad because it has these things. Just admit that it's not for you, and that's okay. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. The reason why I'm bringing this up and putting this section here is because I feel like I need to talk about the alien scene with Momo. That is one of the things that gets brought up as criticism a lot, and maybe I'm wrong for this, or maybe I just can't see eye to eye because of the different surroundings of my upbringing. That scene did not bother me in the slightest. It was very serious, yes. And thank Kami-sama that Okaroon saved her. But I feel like people freak out a bit too much in scenes like that. In fact, a lot of the things that are wrong, in quotation marks, with DanDaDan are just typical anime things. And it's a nothing burger, basically. Now that I have that out of the way, I'd like to take this wrap-up segment to just say that DanDaDan is an amazing anime, and for how wildly popular it is becoming, I think it's well-deserved. The characters are amazing. The writing is also amazing. The alien designs are out of this world, and that's just a testament to how amazing the art is for the anime. And I think that it's well-deserved being pretty popular. In fact, I go as far as to say that in a few years, when the next hit shonen anime eventually does release, that this anime is probably going to be forgotten, and that makes me a bit upset. Because it's always going to have a very special place in my heart. And I will admit that at first, I was a bit hesitant. The over exposure to shonen and the isekais, especially lately, because we've been having a lot of isekais lately, has made me a bit skeptical towards new anime. But when I gave the DanDaDan a chance, and this really solidified for me when I seen episode 7. If you've watched episode 7, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think it's episode 7. It's the episode with Acrobat Silky. That episode absolutely broke my heart into pieces. When I tell you that I was sobbing violently and uncontrollably, I am not exaggerating. It was absolutely heartbreaking. A lot of the most iron-willed emotionally people I know also cried at it. So, yeah. I was not expecting that from the DanDaDan. I was expecting a lighthearted, very silly anime, So, for it to throw a curveball like that at me out of nowhere, was very nice. And it made me really appreciate what DanDaDan brought to the table. I'm not a manga reader just yet, so hopefully things get even better in the manga, and maybe there's going to be a lot more emotional roller coaster waiting for me. I look forward to watching every bit of it and watching how Momo and Okaroon's relationship plays out, because I'm really looking forward to that. They're so cute together. Anyways, thanks for joining me. This was so much fun. And if you liked listening to me yap about my favorite anime and you'd like to see another video like this, or you'd like to see a video of me being critical about anime I don't like, let me know down in the comments. And if you didn't like this video, also let me know down in the comments. I take all forms of criticism, good or bad. But anyways, go drink some water, get some snacks, and go watch DanDaDan after this. I beg you. Thank you. Bye-bye.